Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the second lesson of the grammar course. In today's lesson, you're gonna learn the present continuous tense. It's an easy tense. In the last video, you learned the present simple tense. If you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch it first. First of all, let's take a look at the structure of the present continuous tense. Structure of the present continuous tense. It has a subject, verb to be, base verb, and plus ing. For example, I am reading the newspaper. Now, I am reading the newspaper. He is sleeping. She is looking at the picture. They are speaking. We are talking. They are working. You are working. I'm studying, etc. So these are the examples. You have the subject, verb to be, and you have the base verb plus ing. It's a piece of cake. Now if you want to practice, you can pause the video, write in the comment box 10 examples of the present continuous tense. Now that you have learned the structure of the present continuous tense, you need to know the rules of the present continuous tense. There are simple rules. If you know them and practice them right, you will speak perfectly. So let's start with the first rule. The first rule, we use the present continuous tense when we are talking about actions that are happening right now.
I am working.
Like this. Yes, she is working. She is working, I am working, you are working, and this is the present continuous tense to talk about an action that is happening at the moment of speaking. Like you look at someone doing something, you say he is reading the newspaper, he is working, he is listening to music, etc. So it's a piece of cake. It's so easy that you need to use verb, subject, verb to be, and then the base verb with the ing form. The second usage of the present continuous tense, you use the present continuous tense when you talk about actions or events that are happening only temporary, not permanent. Temporary, like for example, I am staying at a hotel. I am staying at a hotel. It's only for a month, maybe for a few days. So if you are doing something temporarily, so you use the present continuous tense. For example, I'm reading a novel this week. I'm reading a novel this week. It means it's only this week. Maybe right now I'm not reading the novel, but I'm reading the novel this week. The third usage of the present continuous tense, you use the present continuous tense to talk about actions that are planned for the near future. What does that mean? If you are planning and arranging for the near future, you use the present continuous tense. For example, you are traveling, so you can say, I'm traveling tomorrow.
She's coming home tomorrow, I think.
The fourth usage of the present continuous tense, we use the present continuous tense with the adverb always. Really? Yes. How? If you, for example, but this is tricky. When you use the present continuous tense with the verb always, like for example, he is always complaining about this thing. He is always smoking. She is always asking questions. So we use always with the present continuous tense, and when you are not happy about something, when you are annoyed about something, you use always and the present continuous tense. For example, I am not happy about him asking me a lot of questions. I can say he is always asking a lot of questions. So these are the four rules that you need to keep in mind when you practice your English. The first one, when you talk about actions that are happening right now at the moment of speaking. The second one, when you are talking about actions that are temporary, and the third one, when you are talking about actions that are planned for the near future, and the fourth one, when you are talking about something that you are not happy, something that you're annoyed, and you use the adverb always. When you use the present continuous tense, you have to be very careful because there are some verbs called state verbs. These state verbs, we don't use the present continuous tense with state verbs. State verbs are verbs of emotions, possessions, emotions like hate, love, dislike, prefer, etc. Verbs of possession like I, like have, own, belong. You possess means you have something, you own something. Verbs of the senses like hear, smell, taste, all these we don't use the present continuous with these verbs. And verbs of thought like believe, know, remember, etc. All these verbs and also these verbs we do not use the present continuous tense because there is no action in these verbs. So you say I remember now, I hear you, it smells nice, this food smells nice. You cannot say this food is smelling nice. This food smells nice, present simple. You can say I know you. Do not say I'm knowing you. I understand you. Do not say I am understanding you. I see you. Do not say I am seeing you. So these are common errors, common mistakes that most of the English learners make because they think that I see you, I understand now, I should use the present continuous tense. No, you have to be very careful when you use the present continuous tense. You need to know if this is an action verb or a state verb. And also, in some cases, these verbs can be used in the present continuous tense, but when their meaning is changed, when they have action in them. For example, the verb see. I see your point. I see your point means I understand your point. See here, the verb see is a state verb. There is no action in it. But if you say, I'm seeing my doctor tomorrow, I'm seeing my doctor tomorrow, it means I'm meeting my doctor tomorrow. Therefore, it can be used in the present continuous tense if the meaning becomes meeting, not seeing. Another example, I have a car. It's in the present simple tense, but if you are talking about having food, you can say I'm having lunch right now. So it depends on the context of these verbs. If these verbs are state verbs, do not use the present continuous tense. But if there is action in these verbs, you can use the present continuous tense. I hope this is very clear. I know it's a bit complicated, but you need to think before you use any of these verbs. So I love coffee. Do not say I'm loving coffee. I hate chocolate, and etc. Now the negative form. The negative form, you can say he is not going tomorrow. He is not. You add the word not after verb to be. She is not coming tomorrow. He is not going tomorrow. Or he isn't coming tomorrow. She isn't coming tomorrow. So you can use he is not coming tomorrow or he isn't coming tomorrow. These are correct. You can use either of these. You can practice. If you practice a lot, if you speak and use a lot of negative and write, you can master it. It's a piece of cake. All you have to do is to keep practicing. To make questions, you need to start with verb to be, am, is, are, and then the subject, and then the verb with ing. Am I talking to you? Is he sleeping? Is she talking to me? Is it sleeping? Are they coming? Are we coming? Are we going there? If you want to add a WH question like what are you doing tomorrow? So you can say what are you doing tomorrow? What is he doing tomorrow? Why is he doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are they doing this? And when are you coming? And etc. So all you need to do is just to practice. If you practice, it'll come automatically, spontaneously, without any effort, and you will speak fluently and perfectly. And one more note that you need, if you want to sound like a native, you need to be very careful when you use questions. When you use these words. For example, when you use the is he, it's very difficult to say is he, and you pause and you make it so, and you stress. So all you need to do is make it like one word. Like if you are saying one word, easy. Is she? Like one word, you say is she. So are they? You say are they. Are they. Do not say are they. It's very difficult and you will sound weird and odd, and that's not really like a native. So if you want to speak like a native, practice this. You say is he coming? And also is he. Do not stress, do not make it prominent, you just make it weak. And the word coming is the most important word in the sentence. You stress the word come, and then the word is he, make it a little bit low, or a little bit like not prominent, less prominent. Like is he coming tomorrow? Is she talking to me? Is she talking to me? Like see, is she, it's not prominent. Is she talking to me? Let's see a couple of sentences. And also when you say what is he, what are you doing, do not say what are you doing. It's very difficult. And if you want to speak smoothly, if you want to speak fluently, you can say what are you doing? What are you? What are you doing? What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? When are you coming? When are they coming? So it's like, it's not, you don't need to make these functional words like are, is, prominent, make them, say them quickly. And if you can put them together, like is he, is she, make them as one word, pronounce them like, imagine if it is one word, is he, is she, are they, are we, and like that. So all the main verbs, the main nouns, the main words, you make them prominent. The other functional words, you just make them less prominent. If you practice the same way, if you practice this way, you will understand the grammar, you will speak fluently, and good luck and see you in the next video.